God, you look like Princess Jasmine right now. I love you.
How much of a brain do you have?
May I see your hips?
Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Citizens of Regency, we are here today to continue Bridgerton Season 2. We're going to do 1 and 2 back to back. We're going to look the exact same when we do Episode 2.
Always.
Can promise you that.
I'm the same person.
John, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited, man. It's sorted. Yeah, there's so much to freaking discover. I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm feeling good, man. Really love Season 1.
It was great.
That was great. And we're going to have a clip out of Season 1. It's taken off on Instagram.
I love it.
I'd love to hear it.
It did
I'd love
make
to
us
hear
emotional that season.
Yeah, I know. And I'm excited to see what they have in store here. To my understanding, they focus on different people. Like, different people are main characters. It's not going to be... So I think all of them are. Like, someone takes the spotlight every season.
That would make sense. You'll have like an ensemble that somewhat persists, but certain people, I imagine, will, fly off to greener pastures once they're married.
Dude, as long as Penelope's in the show.
As long as Penelope,
how could you
lose? How could you not have Pen
or
in the
die
show?
for Penelope? Pen.
Doy. Oh my God. I was today years old. That
was a real moment.
Yeah.
That was a real moment.
That was a reaction. This and more. Stay tuned. Just keep watching.
All right, let's watch Season 2. No longer owning Warner Brothers. Losers!
Wow.
Bunch of loser billionaires.
Let me down, Netflix. God. Oh. That statue.
Looks nice.
That's why they couldn't afford to buy Warner Brothers, is because of all this. The bee. The symbolic bee.
Wow, she's so much older. Oh my God, he's got Season 2 haircut.
Oh. Everyone gets a makeover for Season 2.
Stand back.
No offense, sister, but I believe you were the last person she would like to see.
Uh-oh. Is it Eloise?
I realise I left my husband and child at home for this.
Is he not returning for this season?
I hear something. Anthony.
Oh no, I just didn't recognize Eloise. Oh no, that's it. There we go. It was okay. I was right the first time.
If one of you utters a single word.
That plumage.
You look beautiful.
Or at least she's going to make her debut.
There is no room for indifference. Apathy is a blight the monarchy simply cannot endure.
Yes.
I live my life in apathy.
So, if for any reason you do not find one among the candidates today...
Do you think she will return? We have heard nary a peep from Lady Whistledown since last season ended.
I love that.
Perhaps the writer came to her senses. Perhaps she realized taking on her queen was a bad idea, and she will never publish again.
That is a convincing theory, ma'am.
Or she simply left for the country as the rest of us did in the off-season, bored by the lack of any real gossip.
I love that these are literal seasons and seasons of a show.
You do know what that would make her then? One of us.
One of us. One of us.
Could we not have appealed to the Queen, Mama?
My queen. That's my queen.
I see no need to go through all of that again when I myself am already betrothed to Mr. Finn.
Finch may very well still change his mind. Particularly when he notices there is still no dowrish.
Yeesh.
New Lord Featherington shall see to that.
The new Lord Feathering. Where's he at?
Just remember to remain composed and control your emotions.
Always.
I found a small smile worked best to appear open and approachable, but not too eager. Now let us see it.
No.
Tell your sister how you manage such balance.
Yes.
I used a painting nearby. We practiced it.
Daphne looks so much more mature now.
I know.
You have natural gifts.
Do not patronize me.
Wow. Burning up.
My task this season cannot be exceptionally difficult. Hastings did it after all. How hard can it be?
He's so clean.
Yeah.
With such feeling, too. I do not need feeling. What I need is what I have, and that is a list. Tolerable, dutiful, suitable enough hips for childbearing, and at least half a brain.
Blah, 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 blah.
And that last part is not so much a requirement, but a preference, in fact.
Yes. You take what you can get.
Miss Cordelia Partridge.
Oh.
The Lady Abigail Evans. Miss Mary Ann Halliwell.
Everyone's
Miss
doing the plumage.
Margaret Goring.
Asian characters.
Damn. Expansion pack.
Expansion pack.
No matter what, you will always be a diamond to me.
Penelope, we're here. Penelope,
What's she writing?
be wary of that window. Do you wish to appear like a befreckled beggar spending all day in the sun?
Of course not, Mama. My apologies.
Come in here into the shadows. Come be pasty with us.
The Dowager Viscountess Bridgerton and Miss Eloise Bridgerton.
She is falling apart.
Yeah, she's having a panic attack.
That's the owner.
It is here.
Oh, a powerful enemy of the queen right now. You don't smile. Oh, shit. The new whistle down? Yeah. She back.
I've seen enough.
But Your Majesty, there's still...
I have seen enough.
My soaps!
Do not know what this means.
Eloise.
I heard that we didn't, in the books, you don't know who Whistledown is until book 4.
Yeah.
So that like really changes the experience of watching this then.
It does. It seems like it would.
Dearest, gentle reader.
Hey.
Did you miss me?
Oh, you have no idea.
New opening.
Cool. Oh, the family tree, the wheel of time. This is pretty cool. I like this sequence. And Julie Andrews in the easiest role of her career. The bee. Na, 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 na. Penny for the boatman.
Toss a coin to your Bridger.
As the members of our esteemed ton lazily sojourned in their rustic retreats, this author was doing but one thing.
I knew she would return.
Honing my
The
skill.
Whistledown's coming.
Or should I say, hatching my plans?
They're making it clear that she profits directly. I kind of neglected to think, like, oh, she must be getting paid for this.
I was sharpening my knives for all of you.
My queen.
How do you think she does it?
Oh yeah, Fight Club flashback. Let's go.
How could she?
So this guy's a real one.
They're showing how she did it.
Yeah, how's the operation work? Play the Saw music.
She was just crying from Colin.
Does she even care about Colin?
Yeah.
Is that all an elaborate sociopathic ritual?
It doesn't matter to me.
No.
18, we agreed on 20.
My mistress changed her mind.
Fun.
You're new to this arrangement, so I'll say this only once. What my mistress wants, she gets. And for whatever reason that would be you at the moment, that doesn't make you special, Mr. Harris.
Yeah.
Princes in this town are 10 a penny. There's only one Lady Whistledown, and she could just as easily take her business elsewhere. So it's 18, not
Fun.
a penny more.
Awesome.
Fun.
Delivery boys need a wage increase. They're the ones running around town while you get to sit here on your lazy arse.
Yes, Mom.
Nice
Then my
accent
mistress
work.
thanks you for your services.
Yeah.
Wow.
Top of the morning to ya.
Hoity-toy.
Questions abound as to this author's identity and means. Seeking those answers shall prove fruitless indeed.
There we go. All of our questions answered.
I never read Lady Whistledown stuff in Irish accent.
There is, of course, another unknown identity at present, though this one you will be able to unearth.
Oh, good.
I speak of the season's diamond, wherever she may be. Your move, Your Majesty.
Hey.
Your move, Your Majesty.
Cold out, are ya?
Queen Charlotte.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
You're gonna wish we never saw that.
Friggin'
now we're gonna ruin the entire reaction for
Get
you.
ready for all the Irish reactions coming your way, laddie.
To catch the Queen's eye after this morning's interruption, then you must be perfection. I believe it was the interruption.
Have we seen her in something else? She's so funny.
Yeah.
Joining us for tea, Anthony.
I'm afraid I must pass.
Antini.
Now that the season has started, I shall need to fill your coffers at the Modiste and oversee the hiring of a few extra staff. And your ring, when you get the chance, I shall need it.
He's so much more uptight.
You requested my ring?
Father's betrothal ring.
Did someone catch your eye at the presentation, brother?
I thought all of the young ladies looked beautiful.
Not particularly, and all the young ladies look the same, like young ladies.
Josephine.
I've already compiled an index of the season's eligible misses and have arranged interviews.
Completely the opposite of romance.
Dearest, I shall be more than happy to give you my ring when you find someone with whom you are very much in love. Besides, it is in safekeeping at Aubrey Hall.
Mom, hips, slight brain. That's all I need.
That's all I need. Childbearing.
I assure you all, everything is in order.
Oh. His season 2 makeover, boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm really distracted by it. I like this more Robert Pattinson look.
You're looking forward to being a mother?
Oh, very much.
Everything is just meet a quota, meet a checklist.
I'm quite close to my brothers and sisters. I love children.
And what number do you have in mind?
Children? 4 or 5? No, perhaps 6.
6 little nuggets.
And what if, say, one of your daughters had a penchant for overspending? How would you deal with that?
A penchant, you say?
God, this is so funny.
Yeah, I love
it. She is out. I'm sure she is even more strong-willed than the last.
Natural man of the house, my guy.
I wonder who's gonna get his heart.
Teaching one patience, strength, and an appreciation for beauty. Of course.
Well, and he's
Do you read?
so aware of the bullshit.
Do you read books?
Books? Did you ever read a music book? No? Okay. Oh my, who's this now?
Check. Okay.
Okay, good. It was a
Apologies, my lord.
I much prefer a quadrille.
I ride, I paint, I
Lobster
sing,
quadrille.
I dance, I can divide and multiply.
Let's go.
I even construct my own hats.
You're a haberdasher too? Wow.
So many women.
Nobody is good enough. Your heart is hardened.
It's smart that he's going through prostitutes, though, versus like forming a connection with someone else.
Definitely. Because marriage isn't about connection. It's a financial decision.
5 and 20 more, my lord.
Shit looks difficult.
You always make sure to leave when they're sleeping.
Yeah. He didn't even close the door. Symbolism. Riding a dark horse following 3 white geese. Ooh.
Potential lover?
Are you in trouble? Come on.
May I see your hips?
How much of a brain do you have? Little Black Riding Hood. Oh. Little, at least Brown Riding Hood.
Maybe it's all part of her seduction plan. Wow, Anthony's made a huge assumption here.
Careful now!
Are you in trouble? I'll follow you.
Dressage. Yeah, you got that dressage.
Whoa.
Who you is?
Wow. Wow.
Oh, she looked familiar. She looked a little familiar.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah, man. She's fucking, yeah.
You'll not be afforded such an ample head start this time, I assure you.
Apologies, sir. I did not mean to cause anyone concern.
Oh, I was really concerned.
Did your maid know you were riding astride?
I have no maid.
Ah, then you're married.
Why did you say that word?
Then you were lost.
I am not lost either. I'm on my way back to Mayfair. It is just ahead.
Mayfair?
Perhaps we pretend this encounter never took place? You allow me to go my way and you go yours.
You can go your own way.
Losing races to strange women in such parks at dawn. Can only imagine the questions I will be asked.
Hey.
Is that what that was?
A race.
A race?
Was it not?
It was a chase.
Does one not need actual competition for a race?
We could say that if we had decided on a finish line together, but alas, we made no such agreement.
Let's go.
I see you are not one for losing.
I shall have you.
I shall have you.
I have no difficulty in admitting that I've either lost or am in the wrong, though I'm afraid the same cannot be said for you.
I beg your pardon.
Mayfair is not right ahead. It's the other way entirely. Not lost, you said?
Who are these guys?
Good day, sir.
Race. Good day, sir.
We've not yet been introduced.
I'm afraid that is not possible, not when I have a victory lap to enjoy.
Chase that. Come on, Chase. The game is afoot.
I hope they end up together.
Well, what do you mean she was not in her room?
I went to find her after awakening, but she was not there.
Wait, we know her for something.
Yeah.
Is she in Doctor Who? She looks like a Doctor Who person.
Lady Danbury, oh, how delightful it is to see you.
It's driving me crazy.
I know. You're losing your marbles.
My youngest, Miss Edwina Sharma.
Edwina.
I'm so grateful for your hospitality. Your home, it is magnificent.
Consider it yours for the season.
Hey. Till season 3.
Though I was expecting another. Yes, my eldest, Kate. Kate.
Kate.
Well, she did get off the ship with you last night, did she not?
Apologies.
Right on cue.
After such a lengthy journey, I found that I wanted some freshness and morning air, but I'm here now.
Oh, boy.
Lady Danbury, Miss Kate Sharma.
Kate Sharma.
Well, now that we are all arrived.
Almost. There is also Newton. Is he still upstairs?
They're not Cookie's mother. Oh.
Aww.
Newton.
Mama tells us you host the first ball of every season, Lady Danbury.
Yes, I have appropriated a conservatory for this year's festivities.
Damn.
I thought it wise for me to examine their deportment prior to their first engagement.
Oh.
Well, stand up, both of you. Could you,
On your feet. Hold my poodle.
Exceptional posture. Beautiful smiles. The age of the elder miss may raise concern. Any suitable gentleman will require some persuading, whether we like it or not.
My goodness.
I'm not here to find a husband for myself, only for my sister, who indeed stands quite tall and smiles rather exquisitely. Even more so when she speaks French, I rather think.
Oh.
She is accomplished in both Latin and Greek, in addition to Marathi and Hindustani, of course. She not only plays sitar, Murli, but pianoforte, too.
Damn!
And as for her dancing, well,
Holy man.
it is quite remarkable if I do say so myself.
Turn down for what?
Who taught my sister the cotillion, the quadrille, the waltz?
Hip-hop,
yes.
breakdancing,
jazz, Broadway.
Oh, I do hope you did not go to too much trouble finding all of those instructors.
Not at all.
Wow.
A woman of such grace and kindness. I am sure we have much to learn from you, such as the preparation of this most excellent tea.
Is that what we have to learn from you?
Kate, dear, might Newton require a walk before he makes his mess?
She really doesn't like that dog.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Lady Danbury. My sister and I do look forward to your sponsorship this season.
No, you flowing barbs. You ready to spar?
Daphne provided me a list of recommendations for a successful season. Private advice regarding the top 10 ways in which to entrap a man.
You've got her back in yellow.
Colin has been keeping me informed of his adventures in Greece.
In fairness, I've stopped reading his letters. He rambles, does he not?
He's certainly letting the whistle down.
No.
Hey, he's certainly no me.
I sat with her paper all morning, and in truth, all she does is repeat what she hears.
Someone must have brought the gossip. And does she not have a way with words?
Yes, but what is she saying with those words?
Oh.
Truly, I did not mind Whistledown's silence the last 10 months, as it finally gave me some time to read a few articles of substance.
Oh, jeez.
Well, excuse me if I treat them like rational creatures instead of flattering their fascinating graces. Wollstonecraft.
Wollstonecraft. You gotta start spitting some politic in your Whistledowns.
I rather think that the only reason Whistledown writes about such things is because she is not an active participant in them.
Oh.
Everyone has their theory, I suppose.
It was your theory.
It's so interesting watching these scenes now, knowing who she is.
Yeah.
It's like they're executing them like the way they've always done them.
Yeah.
But this is that little thing we're aware of now.
That extra game afoot.
A season with no new dresses, nor servants. Are we to empty our own chamber pots too?
Mama,
Wow.
I cannot do that. Calm yourselves. Told you, once the new Lord Featherington arrives, we will be provided for.
He will
Where is
enter.
he? Why is he taking so long?
Because he wishes to make us suffer.
He's emptying all the chamber pots.
And the new Lord Featherington is off somewhere, delighting in our misfortune, because the man is as cruel as can be.
Another saying he's going to be a good guy.
I hear he cast his only son out to the Americas for daring to question his word. Think where he will send the rest of us if he has a mind. Cornwall.
Cornwall?
Well, I suppose you may visit Mr. Finch and me.
There's nary a penny for new dresses or staff. There's certainly none for her dowry.
He shall prevent me from marrying.
The man may be an old bitter curmudgeon, but he is a gentleman. We must waste no time in finding matches for the lot of you. Unless you are all betrothed, by the time our cousin arrives to claim the Featherington estate, we should be at his mercy.
Cousin Oliver.
And then, heaven help us all.
Hell or heaven help us.
You could always sell the silverware. Dinner service should fetch a handsome price.
Sure. It's probably made of solid silver.
Are you thinking of wearing that one?
No, these are for you, Bon. We have come to London to find your husband, not mine.
Yes, yes, you are but a dear old maid.
Who shall be perfectly happy doting on my many nieces and nephews one day soon. I shall spoil them exceedingly.
Uh-oh.
You do know that, yes?
Oh my God, you're just making yourself even more attractive for Anthony. The fact that you don't want any of it.
You got so much brain.
Only hope they like me tonight.
They'll love you.
How could they not?
You do hip hop and breakdance.
And jazz and Broadway.
The gossip she endured after marrying up I had to have been unbearable. Everyone will still have questions about our family, about how you and I are related.
Uh-oh.
You heard Lady Danbury. She will smooth everything over. She is on our side.
The Dowager is more formidable than I imagined. She will have your head when she learns of your secret morning ride. Are you certain no one saw you?
Yes, now, never mind her. The Dowager is not half as frightening as she thinks she is.
I think Danbury saw the dirt on her dress.
Yeah.
This is the first chapter of a happy story. All you have to do this evening is remember what it is you're looking for.
Someone charming.
And?
And handsome, of course.
Of course.
Prince or a duke, perhaps.
It is not a man's appearance or title that will woo you. It is his mind and spirit that will court yours. You will speak in a manner that only your heart can hear.
Oh, what a way to put that.
What a great...
That is what you are looking for.
This is refreshing.
That is the true love you deserve.
This is so refreshing.
I really like her mentorship.
This one, they will not be ready.
This is like, as much as she kind of seems to buck the trends of this world and defy them, she's very supportive of her sister's pursuit of all this. Like, she almost has an Eloise-ness without being full-on...
modern-day rebellion girl.
Yeah, she's very independent, but
she
like...
still seems of this era.
Yeah.
She understands how she has to pivot.
The Marquis of Ashdown. A little young, to be sure, but he has 10,000 a year.
The Marquis.
His wife recently died of influenza.
Oh, sweet.
He might make a particularly estimable addition to your dance card this
Hell
evening,
yeah.
Miss Sharma.
I will not be taking to the floor tonight.
God, you look like Princess Jasmine right now.
Truth.
What about the Duke of Suffolk? According to Debrett's, he should be quite the catch this year.
The Duke flaunts his mistresses. I assure you, Miss Sharma, I have our prospects well in hand.
Uh-oh.
Challenge.
Danbury's not liking this.
So many flowers, when what I really seek is a gem.
I am a material girl. That's right, okay.
Lady Danbury, a delightful soiree, as expected, though my own later this week will be much more exclusive.
Your Majesty, I would not think to compare.
And rightly so.
Yeah, that'll be your head.
Sharma, my personal special guests for the season.
The season?
I hear you have made quite a journey to join us again after all these years, Lady Mary. If only you had extended the courtesy of offering your queen a final farewell before you left.
Oh.
Was she on Gen V?
Yes! She's
Yes.
season 1 of Gen V.
Yes.
She's the dean.
Yeah, we got there. Dean, what, Shetty, was it?
Yeah.
Stop fussing with your dress.
You look lovely, dear.
I look like a prize calf trussed up for auction.
Even Daphne felt most apprehensive at her first official ball, and look how well her season turned out.
Yeah, she has babies now.
Come, sister. The cakes at these occasions are surprisingly good.
Oh,
I love cake. God, I love cake.
I'm sure there is someone here who will charm you.
Oh, you have no idea.
The season the Viscount intends to find a wife.
You honestly just didn't.
I believe I did.
There's so many more Asian people. This makes me so happy.
So much representation.
Lady Mary Sheffield Sharma. I can't believe she would show her face here again.
Oh, no.
Who she fell in love with and married some kind of clerk, I hear.
A clock. She's listening.
A Maharaja, I would have understood.
Now they're going to hide her in the frame.
Yeah.
That must be her, the older one.
Lady Mary's parents, the Sheffields, never lived down the shame, did they?
Too shame to show their faces in London.
If only every family could be as respectable as ours.
Every family should be as respectable as yours. Such passive aggression. Oh, this guy. Glad he's back.
Yeah, he's the one who proposed.
Yeah, I'm glad he's here.
It is a delightful surprise to see you in attendance.
After such a long mourning period, almost as long as our son has been courting Philippa, if you can imagine.
Yes.
Darkness has been our candle in recent months.
Have you come unaccompanied? Or has the new heir finally come to manage this unsettled business of your daughter's dowry?
Damn, dude, just right. No consideration of feelings.
That is the precise word, Mr. Finch, because I too have been
unsettled.
Very unsettled indeed.
How lonely she looks in this shot.
Yeah.
My grief, missing my dear, very dead husband.
Very dead.
I told you it was too soon. You
told
me
She's
you wished
super
for the
dead.
boy to be out of the house.
Idiots.
Lady Featherington, do let us know when you are more settled. Yes?
No. Got that intel.
I know that gentleman.
Who?
The Viscount?
Yeah.
He may very well be our most eligible bachelor, indeed.
He is very handsome.
Yes. As
But childbearing him.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Did you see her reaction?
Allow me to introduce Miss Sharma and Miss Edwina Sharma.
It is a pleasure. Miss Edwina, would you honor me with a dance?
Corning, you said.
The Baron Corning.
Ooh. All
I
right.
would be delighted, my lord.
That's so fun because Danbury is trying to like take control, but it's the sister who really has the control of the whole situation.
Yeah.
I do not recall a reading of Corning's family in my research.
It does not matter what you have and have not read. It is unacceptable here for a lady to decline a dance with a gentleman unless she's already reserved by another.
God, she really fucking hates her.
Yeah. Yup. I said good day.
Oh, annoyed with her.
I love the like, they're so good at keeping face, but you can tell how much like hatred is flying back and forth as you do this.
Millicent has a whelp in the country, spitting image of his father.
Oh no.
There you are.
Oh.
And I'm so glad to see you. Mamma is already being insufferable.
At least you do not see fit to dress you as a sunflower. I declare a bee might mistake me for the real thing.
May I request your next dance?
Or I might accompany you to fetch some lemonade. You seem parched.
Oh.
Aunt Pun, if you're wondering.
Apologies, gentlemen. I regret to inform you that my dance card is already full.
Lord Byron. Wellington, Eloise, these names.
Lord Byron?
Following my sister's valuable advice, she told me that it is of the utmost importance for a lady's dance card to be filled with all of the bride names.
Lol. Cheeky.
Come, there is someone I would like you to meet.
I would like you to meet the real Lord Byron, who you will now be actually dancing with. What needle drop is this now? We've had like 3 of them this episode. God, I love her jewelry. All that turquoise.
Stomach cramp. Can't catch a break.
I want some spiffy white gloves.
With you as the prize catch of the season, the rest of us shall receive a respite from the marriage-minded mamas this season indeed.
Enjoy your freedom while it lasts. You two will soon submit to this ridiculous rigmarole of courtship.
Rigmarole.
Every eligible miss around town until you're barely able to see straight.
You're saying all the wrong things at the wrong time.
Simply pick the least objectionable and get her wed, bed, and bread.
You may be cavalier, but if I must leg shackle myself in marriage, the lady in question should have more to recommend her.
Do not tell us you were hoping for a love match.
Love is the last thing I desire.
Ugh.
But if my children are to be of good stock, then their mother must be of impeccable quality. A
Ugh.
pleasing face, an acceptable wit, genteel manners enough to credit a viscountess. It should not be so hard to find.
You want the best. Perhaps the Queen will finally name a diamond. Save you some trouble, at least of choosing her.
Oh,
Mooring the peace will be a different story indeed.
I shall have no problem.
So I don't shit talk women in groups.
Smoking
Yeah.
room, gentlemen. I shall be there anon.
Well, you should be there now. You should have been there this whole time.
When you're married, you get around other husbands, it becomes like the shitting on wives club. And I'm like, I'm not doing this.
This is a trap.
Yeah.
They paid you all.
And I didn't do this when I was single.
Yeah.
I don't do this.
I don't, yeah.
I'm always nervous.
My significant other.
I was nervous if I was going to bite me in the ass.
That's what I'm defaulting to. A, something's wrong. B, they go find out.
Yeah.
You were eavesdropping.
It was hardly an effort, seeing as you were proclaiming your many requirements for a wife.
You take issue with my requirements?
I take issue with any man who views women merely as chattels and breeding stock.
None of that was meant for you.
And that was meant for you to hear.
It's just meant for me to think.
Are the young ladies of London truly so easily won by a pleasing smile and absolutely nothing more?
So you find my smile pleasing?
I find your opinion of yourself entirely too high.
Ooh.
Your character is as deficient as your horsemanship.
Ooh.
I shall bid you good night.
Damn.
I challenge you to a duel.
That's what you need. You need someone who can stimulate you, who can make you work, make you feel alive. Oh shit, she gonna get caught. Oh no.
Are you going somewhere? I was just getting some air. So very stifling in the ballroom.
The air or the dreary conversation?
Yes.
Do you suppose this is the one benefit of being out? I have you to run off with. We shall never have to be alone.
Crap.
I thought exactly.
Oh no. You're not going to be able to pay off your bookie with the latest Whistledown profits.
I really feel like Eloise should suspect her at one point.
She's a writer after all.
Lady Danbury, we wish to leave. Miss Sharma,
Whoa.
allow me to introduce you to my mamma is already
Wow.
in the carriage. We will see you at home.
That is not courteous at all.
You are clearly upset.
What is clear is we are woefully unprepared to navigate this lion's den. I am sure Edwina's absence will only make her that much more desirable.
She's the perfect match for Anthony because this is how Anthony protected Daphne.
It would seem both of us may have our hands full this
That's a
year.
good call.
But if I have something to say about it, and as you very well know, I always have something to say.
Night, sisters. Good night, young ladies.
Make like a sheet rope and whistle down that window way.
I should just redo the whole first season from her perspective.
Dude, like Midnight Sun. Maybe you can revise it and make it headier, make it more rich with social commentary.
Can you go any faster?
Yes, miss.
Ah, she speaks the Irish accent to him too.
Looks really hard to be Lady Whistledown.
This is for today. It must print before noon. You get to keep the surplus for your rapid service. These kind of delays are sure to be more frequent now due to an unforeseen circumstance anyway, so it's really a bargain.
Say nothing.
There is nothing quite like the sweet-scented smell of success.
Frame rate change.
It is clear the season won't be quite so fragrant for everyone.
Oh, cut 2.
Loudly declared her eldest son's lofty intentions to marry, yet I cannot be the only one wondering if this former capital R
shit.
Rake.
Capital R Rake. That's the title of the episode.
Perhaps the Viscount is simply waiting for the Queen to finally name her diamond.
I shall not be hustled into making my selection, not by anyone.
Hustled.
Take this away and bring me a list of the peerage.
Damn, can't believe Anthony burned his Sienna playbill.
Some tea, Milo? Perhaps some more milk may be better.
Oh, be nice to the Marquis.
What fun.
What fun.
Might I go and read now?
This author must wonder if a more surprising choice might still be in store.
Gotta be.
The younger one would do if the eldest just got out of the way.
The sister
Ouch.
is dreadful.
Ouch. Yeesh.
Put on my check.
Ah, Edmund, whatever that dog's name is.
Whichever darling miss receives such high esteem, lest his dry musings leave a young lady wilting like a parched rose.
Parched rose.
It is rather clever the way she uses plant puns to belittle.
Clever indeed.
Tell me more.
The candlesticks, see what they're worth.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, she needs to make some money now.
Damn, she's gonna be supporting the whole family.
Yeah, they're rewriting the narrative now, where she's a hero for the Featheringtons.
Yeah.
That's my Penelope right there.
That's right.
Well, it complimented her complexion. She said you reminded her of Daphne, dearest.
I am not Daphne.
I'm more of a Velma.
With pleasure, Lady Bridgerton.
An interesting follow-up season.
That you might enjoy the next fall if you in fact danced with someone. Meeting new people, it can be thrilling.
It certainly seemed as though Anthony had a thrilling time. Swept away by many a nimble-footed young lady, were you, brother?
Yes.
I thought you ladies were taught to dance.
And I thought you gentlemen capable of worthwhile conversation. How sad both of our hopes were dashed.
Find you a bookworm. Got to be a guy out here who likes books.
Perhaps Her Majesty will take note at her ball tomorrow night.
I despise you.
Madame Delacroix. I didn't know you were back in town.
Hey.
Who else could dress these delicate debutantes for the season?
Does that mean I shall see you later on tonight? I hear there's a party.
Yeah.
I have much work to do, Mr. Bridgerton.
Aww.
And my art must come before all else. Enjoy your time.
Dude, he's all rejected. Do you see that way he handled him? He had a safe face.
Are you and the modiste still making a stitch?
Puns.
Have you found a wife yet? Or are you planning to offend every young girl until there are none left? Is mother aware?
Aware of what?
I'm off to deal with our solicitor. Have fun with your pretty pictures, brother.
Where does that transfer happen? Lawyer, solicitor?
Lady Delilah has beautiful manners, and I hear Miss Gudrun is very accomplished in her needlework. Perhaps you shall get to know them better soon.
Lady Delilah can barely string a sentence together for nerves, and Miss Gudrun thought that Napoleon fights for the Spanish. I'm looking for perfection, Mother, and you should be too.
Woof.
The lady of this household responsible for launching my sisters and bearing my children. Do you truly desire them to be raised by a woman who does not know how to so much as hold a map right side up? This is the duty I must fulfill.
Well, you botched it by shit-talking.
You will end up alone
There is no smart woman out there.
with such expectations.
That's the idea.
Good day, Mother.
Gotta open yourself up, boy. Crap.
I love this. We're getting so much more Penelope.
Yeah. I want a loose floorboard. It seems like it's such a cool thing to have. Hide some shit in it.
Why is it so quiet in here? Because I am alone, reading, as I always do.
You are so boring.
If you only knew.
I will be perfectly putrefied if Philippa does manage to marry Finch.
Petrified. Word petrified.
You could be putrefied too.
What is
that?
What is what?
What you were writing.
I'm not writing.
But you were.
Prudence.
Yeah, I was going to say, are those your manuscripts? You shouldn't leave those out.
Devil doll. This is what occupies your quiet time.
Devil doll. Black devil doll.
Oh my God, there's too many people in here.
Penelope was writing to Colin Bridgerton.
Well, that would explain the ink all over her fingers.
Yes, that would.
Colin is my friend.
As if he would ever waste his ink on someone like you.
You bitch.
These books.
these
Books can be
more?
worth something, can they not?
Do you not think so, Mama?
Pity.
I mean, you ain't going to get a mark up on those.
Colin Bridgerton is no more your friend than I am the next Catherine the Great.
Oh, is that the season, Catherine?
Now wipe your hands, lest someone should think you're a commoner.
We got to watch that before we watch season 3.
No one should ever disrespect her like that.
Nah, man, we gotta go kill him.
Mom, a letter for you.
How do we decide on this show who gets a wig and who just gets their hair done?
Your tea grows cold. My horses do not.
Keep them running.
I know all that goes on in my home. Correspondence from your grandparents, the Sheffields. I wrote to them before you arrived.
Those people are not my grandparents, Lady Danbury.
She's not blood related.
I should not have gone out for a morning ride without a chaperone.
And what about failing to tell me why you have truly come to London with your sister?
We've come to find Edwina a husband.
Okay.
You would be wise to reconsider resorting to more forgeries and half-truths, Miss Sharma.
I was going to say, are they...
Few attempt to outwit me, and even fewer succeed.
They alluded earlier that they weren't 100% blood-related sisters?
I vouched for you and your sister in front of Her Majesty the Queen. I thought I was paying a kindness to an old friend.
And we are truly grateful for everything.
You're not acting like it.
Your mamma misses your father, naturally. But she never really wanted to come back here, did she? You did.
Oh.
Stipulations which, if met, will, I am guessing, guarantee great fortune for you and your family.
Ah, crap.
What?
Edwina must marry an Englishman of nobility.
They said there's some shameful stuff in this family history.
They could not control your mamma's marriage, so they mean to interfere with your sister's.
Yes,
I see.
they never
Yeah,
recovered from
okay.
my father's lack of rank and title.
Because she married for love.
I am not here for selfish reasons.
So they must be actual sisters.
After my father died, our money ran low. The Sheffields have agreed to bestow a sizable dowry on my sister and to look after my mamma, but
Damn.
only if Edwina marries properly.
High stakes. It's high stakes?
High stakes.
My blood is pumping.
But I am not my mamma's daughter by birth. Edwina is.
There we go. Okay.
I've spent the last 8 years raising my sister to walk in the right way, to talk in the right way, to play the pianoforte just so.
She became great so she could teach her sister.
Teaching her twice as much and watching her work twice as hard as anyone else. I even
She
taught her how
gets
to
it.
make this pitiful excuse for tea the English so adore. I despise English tea.
Give me that chai.
But if it means my sister will not be left destitute, then I will smile and I will nod politely after each and every sip to be sure.
I respect you so much.
I love tea.
Your sister has a right to know. As you said, it is her future.
Yeah, she...
If she was made aware of the circumstances, she would marry quickly only to please us. She would say yes to any man kind enough to ask.
Jesus.
Edwina deserves a chance to find love without such a burden.
That's a great motivation.
Please, you must not tell us so.
Dude, I love their dynamic.
She's
Great.
a hybrid between Anthony and Lady Danbury.
Yeah.
There is nothing on earth quite so envied as a diamond.
You should pan over to Penn wearing like a same outfit as the wallpaper, just like taking a note on this.
Bestow the highest of honors to a most fortunate young lady tonight.
That wig. Wow.
With so many futures at risk, I do suspect this author is not the only one waiting with bated breath.
Truth.
I do hope you are finding everything in town to your satisfaction, Lady Mary.
Cue the violin string quartet of Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Perhaps your mother would enjoy some refreshment, Miss Sharma.
All right, I like this. We're on the same team now.
I might think Lady Mary deserves some recognition, ma'am, having sought to introduce her daughters under the discerning eye of your majesty, after all.
Yeah.
The youngest one in particular, I think, will certainly make a match that will be the envy of the town.
Why do I sense my strings being pulled, Lady Danbury?
Uh-oh.
You said you wanted to shake up the season.
She's giving just a bit of encouragement, not having the strings being pulled.
She knows you like a little danger.
Anyone here you've not yet rejected? You're the artist. Do you see anyone remotely inspiring? We shall have our diamond tonight, and we shall have more wine.
Jeeps. Just like that.
Such a shame your presentation at court was so rudely interrupted.
Shame indeed.
I nearly forgot you were making your debut this season. After your elder sister's triumph, perhaps good fortune might run in the family.
Oh, boy. You guys.
It is a delightful ball, Your Majesty. Very diamondy.
Very diamondy.
Though I must admit, I'm more of an emerald person myself.
Crap. Yep. Stop.
My favorite necklace is one of emeralds. How thoughtful of you to know that.
Hell yeah.
It seems you have indeed come a long way since last year, Miss Bridgerton.
Just keep speaking your mind and accidentally vibing with the queen.
Was the queen just saying that in support for her, or did she actually mean that? She actually believed that's what Eloise was?
The queen, in fact, names Eloise the diamond. Whom will you marry then, brother? Hush you.
Quiet, you. Yeah, that's a good question, though.
Eloise would be a perfect match for me, brother.
Yes, in fact, that saves me a lot of time. And then I can be with anybody I want on the side.
She seems to, in fact, like me.
Eloise, you must calm down.
Eloise Bridgerton, the diamond.
Oh, my.
Perhaps now you might stop spending time with insipid wallflowers all evening and refine your circle of friends.
Come on, Pen. Beat him down.
I may have no...
I would rather die.
I wish I was one of those two women who were there.
Yeah, it'd be like,
oh shit, dude.
How did you do it on your own, Pen?
Well, don't share your difficulties, Elle. Insipid wallflower, remember?
Cressida is only incensed, and even her new dress cannot hide her character.
I can always tell when a suitor is serious about courtship just by how he looks when a young lady dances with another.
Oh.
The wall even affords him his chance to hear what the footmen say in secret.
You've been keeping it from me.
Oh.
You do not have to pretend any longer, Pen.
No,
it's a mislead.
I know you have begun to think little of her, but is Lady Whistledown still not a source of amusement?
When she was gone, I thought I would miss her. I thought, now she is back, reporting on the same old things. Just another reminder of how trapped I am.
She's got sequelitis. She needs to shake it up.
I can feel people's eyes on me. I know they are comparing me to Daphne. She was so good at being the diamond, and it made my mother so happy.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I do not want to live up to that, but it does not make it any easier to know you are constantly disappointing people just by walking into a room.
I understand the feeling, man.
I never thought of it that way. No one truly notices me.
I fucking notice you.
When you're invisible, you can have all of the amusement you want without any of the expectations popularity brings. It frees you.
What's going to happen when you start getting people noticing you?
Do you think that is why Cressida is so cruel?
No, I think she just wears her hair too tight.
It could be that his shoes were too tight. It could be that her head wasn't screwed on just right.
Allow it to now be my honor to present to you the season's diamond.
Is it going to be Edwina? Be cool. Be kind of sick.
It's going to be Edwina.
Miss Edwina Sharma.
Hey. Hey.
Anthony's not going to be interested in her.
Now he has to marry her. Shit. When all he wants is her.
Have you yet met my new incomparable?
I'm most grateful for the introduction, Your Majesty. I only hope I shall be afforded the pleasure of a dance.
Oh, my.
What if he can marry her, but sleep with her?
Perfect arrangement.
Oh, my God.
Checks
Anthony is the shit.
He's the man.
There will be a mire to wade through on behalf of my sister, to be sure. Speaking of, where is my sister?
How have you not noticed? How have you not noticed?
Yeah.
This whole show, you've been like, freaking, I only look at my sister. Now you have no idea what's going on right now.
However many I have, my lord, I shall feel misfortunate. Together with my husband, we will chart the best course.
Oh, very sensible.
No.
For the most part, my education was taken up by more serious pursuits.
Like having wit, childbearing hips, and a bit of brain.
You do not seem discomposed by my line of questioning.
A man who knows what he wants is most admirable.
Oh.
Is your father in attendance? I'd like to speak with him.
Sadly, my father died years ago.
Oh, where's his grave then?
Yes. Stop by real quick. Grab that blessing.
Perhaps you could speak with my sister. Here she is now, Kate.
Ah, Lord Bridgerton. I see you've met Miss Edwina, and this is,
Her sister.
Miss Sharma, my lord.
Oh.
Miss what Sharma?
Viscount Bridgerton is a most excellent dancer. Perhaps I may learn a thing or two from you, my lord.
Would you join me in the retiring room, sister?
Something wrong, Vivi?
You are not to go near that man. Do you understand?
She has a lovely diamond, dearest.
Indeed.
Are you talking about the sister?
She is who I shall marry.
Really? Game is afoot.
At long last, the Queen has named her most precious stone.
With alliteration. Oh.
Oh, he's here.
All this?
He's here.
Ooh. Who we got? Who's it gonna be?
He is here.
Jack Black. What's up, Featherington?
Featherington.
Oh my God, that was Michael Cera for a second.
I thought the air was old.
I thought the air was ugly. Ladies.
He's like if Michael Cera was Flula Borg.
Philippa, your dowry to that fine Finch fellow is paid. The Laidlaw's books are on their way to me now, and I even took the liberty of having your possessions moved from your bedchamber, Lady Featherington. Yes, it's still strange. Well, I should be taking over those rooms, now that the home is mine. You understand, yes?
It's just the order of things.
The new Lord Featherington is here to provide.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
The entire practice of naming a diamond not rather ridiculous?
Oh, no.
Should a woman not be valued for so much more than her dancing skills or her comportment?
Breakdancing's really impressive.
And jazz and Broadway.
Her true accomplishments?
What do you think, Eloise? I love it.
She likes Whistledown's new paper.
Queen abandoned this absurdity that is the diamond, we would all see that a woman can be so much more.
Yeah, stop holding us down, Queen.
Edwina Sharma, my diamond.
Have her killed.
It seems she will need to do more for me this season than simply sparkle.
Just gonna have to shine bright. Shine bright. Oh, my goodness. Who did Mark Pilcher play? Shit, I wish I had that on random access.
Reject Nation, starting something new isn't just exciting, it is also terrifying. When we launched our merch store, rejectnationshop.com, there were a lot of what ifs. What if no one buys anything? What if I can't figure out inventory, shipping, returns, a whole bunch of stuff I don't understand, and that leap is scary. That's why we decided to use Shopify, and they made a difference. And yes, we are partnered with them for this video, but we used them before we ever partnered with them. For you guys who don't know, Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From major brands to creators like us just getting started. And let us build a store that we could actually be happy with ready-to-use templates, manage everything in one place, inventory, payment, analytics, returns, and not have to juggle 5 platforms at once. Their built-in AI tools help write product descriptions and improve product pages. And the purple Shop Pay button? It's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. Fewer abandoned carts, more sales. It's time to turn what ifs into with Shopify today. So if you're ready to help turn your dreams into a reality, you can sign up for $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/rejects. Go to shopify.com/rejects. That's shopify.com/rejects. Thank you, Shopify, for expanding the Reject Nation and for sponsoring us yet again. All right, episode 2. Here we go.
Competition is an opportunity for us to rise and stand ready before our greatest of challenges.
Yes.
So pristine with that left hand.
Any suitor wishing to gain an audience with Miss Edwina Sharma must first tame the rather prickly spinster of a beast.
Lord Lumley at the top.
Is he not something of a dandy?
I would use the term gallant. Is that what you look for, Edwina?
If Kate believes in him, so do I.
Miss Edwina will suffice.
Suffice.
He seeks a wife only to fulfill his duty, and in fact does not believe in love at all.
It is only out of the greatest love of my family that I aim to choose a bride with my head and not my...
Most marriages of the ton are, in fact, mere matters of business, my dear. It is the true love match that is quite rare.
They have to defy the odds.
Lord Lumley will turn the Viscount into a distant memory, I'm certain.
Though she need not trouble me. Every rose does have its thorn, after all.
Every rose has its thorn.
Best of luck to this year's players. Do try not to stumble on the starting line.
Guy, Eye the Tiger.
So intense yet so soothing.
Lumley's already had an inordinate amount of time with her.
My sister is so in raptures with him at the moment, and you wouldn't want me to interrupt your discourse when it is your turn.
Yeah.
I say we heed the young lady and wait with the grace our hostess affords us.
Thank you.
Bridgerton.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid you are much too late, my lord. You now find yourself at the back of a very, very considerably long queue.
Would a Benjamin Franklin do anything for you?
I wish to escort Miss Edwina to the races.
Now that I think of it, she may be free.
Oh.
Unless, of course, she is on her honeymoon by then. Did I say something funny?
I believe you did.
Did I stutter, bitch?
What is funny, my lord, is you here now after not only what I overheard the other night.
What you overheard the other night was not for your ear.
It's not the thing to say.
Your dubious and libertine reputation goes before you.
No intrusions, Bridgerton. The end of the queue.
Yes.
Yes, let me have a shot at her.
I will be the perfect suitor for young Edwina.
I'm definitely better than this Anthony.
In every conceivable fashion.
Is that a copy of Lady Whistledown?
It is.
I thought we were done with her.
Do not discourage her, Penelope.
You know, she's the same age as us,
Really?
but more successful.
Damn.
Perhaps it means she's interested in what she has to say about the season's available gentlemen,
I feel
too.
worthless
I cannot
now.
think of any cleverer way to say this, but no.
No.
I know I could convince her of it, if I were to in fact find her. What you must find, my dear, is happiness.
Hey.
Eloise could indeed find that with someone else, could she not?
I believe she could. And not Lady Whistledown, but someone more like Colin.
Oh.
Colin's back.
We doing?
Did not expect you to return so soon, dear.
Well, I missed you all. What can I say?
He's a man now.
He's taller, too.
Peculiar. I think he looks distinguished.
I'm not 2 inches taller than Gregory.
Strap Penelope.
You are not.
Get on those tippy toes, boy.
You returned. Even better. Family, I should like you all to ready yourselves for the
By the way, I
races
have no heart,
today.
so thanks for being back here.
You're an asset to this family and this house, so get to work.
The same wall that keeps out one source of happiness keeps out
I
all.
told him it would never do, Mom, but he insisted.
Oh my.
He wishes to convert the morning room into his own personal gaming hell.
Gaming hell. His man cave.
He's got an Xbox.
Splendid. Livens up the place, yes.
It's like the Knives Out chair.
Every weapon here has a splendid history and is worthy of interest, Penelope. I shall have to fill you in on all of my adventures one day.
This one killed the poor person I hired to kill.
I just hired him to die.
New Penelope. Have you seen the Bridgertons?
Always in yellow. When is she going to get a new color? It's going to be a huge moment.
Do you enjoy Byron?
I have read some, my lord, though I believe myself a novice when it comes to poetry.
Lord Byron.
Many find poetry a flat medium. I carry a small pocket copy of my favourites with me wherever I go.
Of course you do.
You know, it's more impressive if you write your own.
Mr. Thomas Dorset, allow me to introduce Miss Sharma and Miss Edwina Sharma.
I'm afraid my sister already has an escort for today, Mr. Dorset.
That is very well, though I was hoping to speak with you.
Oh.
How are you finding the season, Miss Sharma?
It is a season, Mr. Dorset. I really should...
London is a far cry from Bombay.
Oh my, let's
It is where you travel
talk
from,
about
yes?
this.
Yes.
I have visited. Wondrous place.
What are you doing?
You must miss it dearly.
But most especially at tea time.
Oh, I want to see it. I want to see it. Cut to Bombay.
Mr. Mondrich.
My man.
He's back. Damn.
Are you planning another foray into the ring, Mr. Mondrich?
Into business, in fact. I'm opening a gentleman's club.
Hey.
You do know we have all been members of White's since birth.
Our grand opening is tomorrow night. You're all, of course, invited to...
Apologies, if you'll excuse me.
Brosephine.
When he says whites, does he mean white?
I don't
know
about
that.
the context of that. Comment below, enlighten us.
We must be willing to look to find the partner that will excite us.
So dance with a bevy of frogs, and one of them might just turn out to be Prince.
I mean, that's kind of how it all goes, I guess.
Eloise, are you listening to me? What do you have in your hand?
Nothing, Mama. It's only a pamphlet on new methods for tidying dogs, apparently.
Wait. Secret code hidden inside?
You travel widely then and continuously, it seems.
Dogs, the corgi.
Well, for my studies, I find medicine particularly fascinating.
Mr. Dorset is much like you in that regard, sister. You yet spoken to Lord Lumley of his interests at all?
Lord Bridgerton.
Miss Sharma, Miss Edwina, Lumley.
Lumley?
Lord Bridgerton, allow me to introduce myself, Mr. Thomas Dorset.
My name is Hove.
But I promised my family I'd join them for breakfast. We're exceptionally close. Break our fast together quite regularly.
Oh yeah, that is where that word comes from, isn't it?
One can tell a great deal about a man from his family, I rather think.
There are many excellent, affectionate families of the Ton, are there not?
No, none quite as inviting as the Bridgertons.
It is an unseasonably hot day, and any gentleman would make sure...
Miss Edwina, allow me to fetch a lemonade for
Lol.
A lemonade's diuretic. It would actually make you a little more dehydrated.
It's a splendid day for a race.
Capital R Rake. Capital R race.
You read and replied to more of my letters than anyone else.
I suppose I did.
Who else did you?
How have you been?
I have been well, and you? Answer that. I know who you've been. Exploring the slopes of Mount Olympus, falconry with the Turks.
It's quite exhilarating.
Did you really do all that?
That's crazy.
And I finally found you.
You always do.
You've been back in Manchester.
How I've missed you too, Elle.
Aww.
The paper stock is the same texture as that of whistled out.
Does not all paper feel the same?
Texture, weight, grain, the way the light sits through the sky.
Forensics.
That pamphlet is surely just what it appears to be.
How dare you gaslight her?
Obvious instructions for tending to a dog's undergrowth, evidently.
And I support this fully, Penelope.
Yes.
I must go and pretend to share in the joy of my sister's impending nuptials.
Give the soon-to-be my regards.
Nah, keep pulling the thread. Keep pulling the sweater.
Lame printers. Uh-oh.
Yeah, go shake them down.
Lord Lumley seems to have got lost on his journey back from the lemonade stand. Perhaps he might go.
With the race set to begin. Well favoured.
Nectar, really.
Yes, I made a strategic bet.
Oh, so you've considered your horse's temperament as well as the conditions of the track.
Yeah.
Nectar ran well at Doncaster, thus his size was an advantage. Today, the track is soft and it is hot, meaning he will struggle to make headway, giving High Flyer, a much swifter, lighter, cooler horse, the victory.
Damn, sis.
Marry me.
Marry me now.
You think too much about it.
And you too little.
Wow.
They're already bickering like a married couple.
They're made for each other.
You do understand that as Miss Edwina's sponsor, I should like to remain neutral until she has made her choice. Of course.
Yeah.
Elder sister seems set against the match. It seems Miss Edwina desires a love match, something the Viscount clearly does not. Perhaps her mind can be changed.
Perhaps so can the Viscount.
That's what Mom's about. Mom loves a love marriage.
Who wouldn't want that for their son?
My apologies for the delay.
Not to worry. Lord Bridgerton has been keeping us entertained.
Thanks for the lemonade.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Now, which horse is the one that Bridgerton bet on?
Where's Nectar?
That's it, Nectar!
Come now, High Flyer, steady!
Yes!
Steady!
They're both going to lose.
Nectar comes with the backstretch.
He's broken both his legs.
Should we separate them?
It's all in good spirit.
I'm having such fun.
Lovely. He's just, I love him. He's doing great. He's going to be just fine. Oh, was it a photo finish? Was they neck and neck?
Stop hollering like a newsboy.
Let her cheer.
It's
One
fun.
today.
Yeah.
Shut up, Lady Featherington.
I've never bested a Viscount before. Beating you feels the same as any other win.
Ow.
Nectar not remind you of the beloved horse I used to adore? Do you remember the one?
Oh, take my arm. I'll take you down to see him.
Oh, bro.
That's messed up, man.
Lumley's your boy, though. That's mean.
If the Viscount is serious about courting my sister, is it not my duty to try his mettle?
The Viscount does not like to lose. He's never stomached it, even back at Oxford.
You knew him.
Oh, he gonna fight you.
Oh, shit. Oh,
You
shit.
and the Viscount know each other from Oxford. I thought you met today.
I have said too much.
You are going to say much more this very moment.
Yeah. Waterboard him.
My interest in you today was genuine.
Genuine in the sense you were sent here to distract me. Also, Lord Bridgerton could get closer to my sister.
Kate, it is dreadful. They are saying Nectar is to be sent to the knacker's yard.
We are leaving.
No.
Do not speak to me or my sister ever again.
What has happened?
It seems a second game was afoot today, and Lord Bridgerton made certain I play the fool.
Oh, my. Oh, boy.
Aw, she thinks that he's like longing.
I only wish to spend time with you.
Oh, this is messed up.
Oh, I hate this.
Yeah, it's kind of cruel.
This is messed up. Get out of your own ways and see that you and Sharma with no first name are meant for. They always make such a point of that. Miss Sharma and Miss Edwina Sharma. Like, I don't even know Miss Sharma's first name right now.
Miss Bridgerton, this part of town is not safe for a young lady such as yourself.
Take the other half. Keep a watchful eye. No turning back now.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Eloise, pay attention to how muted the colors are here. It's dangerous.
Oh, man. Dude, Penn had the place foreclosed on. She's got that much money. Yes, break in the back.
We know this is where Lady Whistledown prints her paper.
We do? I think you might be lost.
I think you're evading my question.
You never asked me a question.
What are those papers?
Nothing for the likes of you. Perhaps you might get your trivial gossip from somewhere else.
I am not here in search of gossip.
Private information about the season's most eligible bachelor, then?
Oh, he's clean.
It would certainly never occur to you that I am in fact hoping to find the writer so that we may discuss much more intellective matters.
Intellective.
The exploration of her mind, a mind which I can already discern is far, far superior to yours.
Yeah, take that, buddy.
This guy just starts to cry.
Is the shock you seem to be displaying at present due to the fact that I appear well-read and articulate? Or do you suffer from some medical ailment about which I should be informed?
Dude, he's having fun. Give her a job here. Give her a job here.
This is not...
If women's rights are what you're after, then perhaps that is what you need to be reading. New thoughts, unsettling ideas.
Ooh.
Not too unsettling for you, I hope.
Damn.
If I should ever see Lady What's-Her-Name, I'll be sure to let her know that her leading admirer says hello.
Wow. Calling the bluff.
I mean, there is one person who knows who Lady Whistledown is.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
It's begun.
Well, but even the printer doesn't fully know.
We are all one family now, Lady Featherington.
What a delightful thought. Where is the new Lord Featherington?
Oh, these two.
These guys.
You ensured the dowry was paid.
Of course I ensured the dowry was paid.
Jesus. You guys.
Well, what use are elaborate weddings anyway, my lord, when there are so many more important matters to spend one's money on?
If you say so.
2 more dowries to pay for.
My word, this is a perplexing puzzle. I apparently needed less skill to dig my American mines than I do to understand my late cousin's bookkeeping.
Uh-oh.
But it'll certainly make a difference to my immediate plans.
Which would be?
None of your business.
It may serve you well to involve me in your plans, my lord.
Well, in that, you are correct, my lady.
Excellent.
Which is indeed why I plan on finding that someone sooner rather than later.
And it ain't you.
Your new relations are asking for you.
New relations.
Let's just go and enjoy Philippa's day.
This guy is fascinating.
I do relish weddings, don't you, Mrs. Farley?
Certainly, my lord.
He's having conversation with me.
You told me Appa always said it takes a courageous man to go after what he truly wants.
Appa also said the mark of a true gentleman is honesty, something the Viscount notably lacks.
Ouchies.
This way. There is much to see.
Shine bright like a diamond.
What a magnificent location.
They are called zebra, striped horses from Africa.
Oh.
7 more arrive next week, though I can't think what to name them all.
Stripes, stripey, striper.
I do hope you have been enjoying the attention you have surely been receiving as the season's diamond.
It has been an exceptional honor.
Huh?
It is not an easy mantle to take on, you realize.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Regardless of the truth, rumor can oftentimes be a great hardship to endure.
My sister aspires to learn from your illustrious example, Your Majesty.
Oh.
Should she know who to trust?
Lady Danbury has been a steadfast guide for us this season, and my sister has me watching her as well.
An inner circle, if there ever was one. There will be many people trying to break it apart for their own ends.
The colors.
I simply ask that you tell me who they are, so that I may decide if they are worthy, of course.
There's so much happening.
I know.
The cassowaries are just across the bridge, but do not veer too close. They are quite irritable.
Oh. Cassowaries are irritable today.
You seek to unmask Lady Whistledown with the help of your diamond. The writer will assuredly seek access to her, and when she does, Her Majesty will be waiting.
Dizzle.
She was someone I knew I could trust, yes.
She was pompous and arrogant and quite sure she knows best in every situation.
Especially since you are the one who knows best in every situation.
Yeah, how's that gonna work out? Dude, we gotta start fencing.
Do you know why I win every time?
Oof.
Because every time you lose, you claim we cheated. Because I know my duties, what my purposes are, and how to obtain them, which I will do when I make Miss Edwina my viscountess.
Someone noticed the whole sister thing. Come on.
You take too much upon yourself, brother. Perhaps your life might be easier if you pursued someone with a less disagreeable sister.
No, but why should I be the one to admit defeat?
Yeah, you need a win.
Regardless of which young lady I've chosen to pursue.
Is this still a friendly match, or do we need to find some armor?
Benedict honors me by holding nothing back.
Dude, he poked his booty.
Well, Anthony win.
Aw, that's messed up.
Thank you, gentlemen, for the bracing exertion.
Why'd you hug me?
They were called zebras, I believe. I'm quite sorry I was unable to attend.
Oh, I am certain this is not the last time we will be invited to the palace.
I was thinking a soiree this evening, so that Miss Edwina may get to know her many suitors.
Anthony is persistent.
So long as we are judicious with our guest list, pardon me.
I need to go be judicious right now.
This is a very real horse. I'd not recommend trying to climb inside.
I have never met a man as brazenly presumptuous.
You do not even know me.
I know you make promises without so much as uttering a word. There is not much more I need to know.
That horse is not having it.
No, I didn't come here for that. I didn't get all dressed up for this.
When every other woman in London aspires for the kind of marriage I am offering, you must know that to you this might in fact be about what your sister wishes for instead.
Woof.
She's so drawn to him.
I brought you a small token to remember our fine time at the races yesterday.
The horse is for me.
Well, I thought you loved animals.
I do, but usually the kind that can curl up on my lap.
She gonna ride that horse.
You said something about Nectar reminding you of a beloved horse.
That horse is a character from a novel of love, in fact.
I adore it, my lord.
Nah, you
The
don't.
horse is a generous gesture indeed.
Nah. Let your sister ride the horse.
But did you keep the receipt?
Yeah.
Come, Edwina, we must return inside.
Yeah. Return it to the knackery.
Man, Edwina's so into him, though.
I know, I feel bad because, like, him and
Doesn't seem
Sis
like
gotta
it.
end up together, but, like, Edwina's so, so sweet. She's falling for it.
You honor me with your presence.
The honor's all mine, Mr. Bondrich. The place looks extraordinary.
It does.
It looks remarkably similar to the Gentlemen's Club from last season.
It does. Did you just buy the one from last season?
I also opened a Subway. Don't they look the same?
It's a franchise. You can open one too.
I'm always excited to meet talented people.
This is precisely what makes my establishment different.
There are no talented people here.
Comfortable at places like White's, but every honest man, regardless
The place
of
is just called White's.
It's called White's.
rank or occupation, is welcome to be here.
Dude, it's equitable.
Quite overjoyed to see what a fine establishment you've built by the sweat of your own honest labor.
Honest.
Oh, goddamn.
Honest. Why'd you say the
Why'd you
word
better say
honest?
that?
Never bring up honesty around people.
Yeah. Oh, poor Modric. I love It's that's the thing. Is like naming it White's seems like it's an intentional choice.
Yeah.
Like it seems like it's meaning to bring up the conversation anyway, and then given the philosophy of what his establishment wants to do.
Rather, did you not receive your invitation this afternoon from the Danbury footman?
The Danbury footman.
And Miss Sharma likes to accuse me of playing games.
Can you blame her?
Yeah.
You heard.
She is looking out for her sister. She hopes to find her a love match, and with you, perhaps Miss Edwina's other suitors plan on choosing their words more wisely tonight. Some are reading poetry, I hear.
What?
There is a lesson here for you somewhere, Anthony. I only hope that this time you will finally learn it.
Mama, go off, Queen. Standing there all posed. We used to be a society. We, meaning
the Humphreys.
The British Humphreys. Humphreys a pretty British name, I think. Whoa! Cool.
Ooh, fascinating.
The Illusionist.
You're the Viscount's sister, yes?
One of them, but do not hold it against me.
Nah, you guys are going to hit it off.
The fact the Viscount is your relation almost makes me think that
What is he doing? It's so impressive.
Is there like an image on the thing?
How about a pause?
No, not applause, a pause.
So the idea was that it was bad.
Yes, it was awkward. It was not the bang you wanted to end that.
Miss Edwina. Look at this. Look at this, Miss Edwina.
Look at the leg. Ooh. Ooh.
Where did it go, Miss Edwina?
You have a sense of humor. No, I did not mean...
Uh-oh.
I am being truthful. It is quite beautiful indeed. I seem to have grown weary of the colour.
She's doing the thing. She's talking to her.
Yeah.
You are at 12, Miss Penelope Featherington.
Oh, there's your boy. You can't, you can't take your eyes off the prize. You can't distract yourself from the goss.
You must tell me the name of the young lady you seem to have met while out of the country.
What can you mean?
You mentioned at the races you were never lonely. I only assumed...
No.
I did begin a real conversation with someone I had known for a very long time. I never truly knew this person at all, myself.
Aww.
Your letters were so encouraging. I thought, if Penelope can see me this way, then surely I can too.
Aww. Wow.
I only wanted to fully understand myself before stepping back into this world.
You've sworn off women then?
I'm gay now.
I am a woman.
You are Pen.
Aww.
You do not count.
That's not the way you want to put that. That's not the way to put that. That's not the way to put that.
How good to hear that.
You know, Colin, you can go yourself.
Yeah, I hate you, Colin. You're dead to me, Colin.
Penelope, you deserve so much better.
You count the most.
It's like every girl I dated who went to therapy then left me. What are they all learning? They all learn about themselves, but then abandon me.
Courtesy of the new Lord Featherington, I hear.
Did the Lord not tell you? He called on us just this afternoon.
What?
So busy with Philippa's nuptials and everything else.
It's quite a generous gesture, is it not? I do wonder what it means.
It cannot mean much. The new Lord is so very generous with his gifts. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, it's exhausting, honestly.
This way, my dear.
Killed them both. I want just one season. That's like an Agatha Christie murder mystery in the Ton.
I saw that Gerard painting. It was a marvel.
A vision, in fact.
And so you were telling me that he, along with Leighton and Turner, all studied at the same academy?
Like JMW Turner?
And they have a vacancy, from what I hear. If you are serious about painting, I hear it is the place to be.
The place to be.
I need you.
I'm in the midst of a conversation.
Outside, straight away.
Brother.
I need you to teach me how to read that out loud.
What?
Did I strike you much harder than I realised earlier?
There is a pleasure in the pathless woods.
Oh.
There is a rapture. How does one make that sound good?
I'm afraid that is not possible. That poem is the opposite of good. That poem's nonsense.
Sort of thing was supposed to be your pleasure.
Poetry, yes. Byron, heavens no.
Is not everyone supposed to love Byron?
Many an RU at Cambridge thought my poetry far superior to his.
Does that mean yours is more or less deceitful?
Deceitful.
Oh, yes.
Precious truth with words.
Quite right, brother. Seriously, though.
To delight in her beauty, so much so that all your defences crumble. You would willingly take on any pain with your deeds and words.
Bruh.
You should apply yourself more often, Benedict.
Edwina, I gave you this slip because you had the perfect hips. I did not act mild because you could certainly have a child.
So calm, yet eloquent.
Parse.
The smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days and goodness spent. A heart whose love is innocent.
They belong together.
I want Anthony to win and for her to get her heart broken, Joe.
Yes.
That's what I'm rooting for.
Yeah. She needs to learn.
Lord Bridgerton, I did not expect you.
No, I seem to have fallen off the guest list. Though surely you would never deny a young man you've known for 9 and 20 years the pleasure of his company.
9 and 20 years.
Apologies, Viscount. You appear to be late again. We were just bringing the evening to a
Surely Miss
conclusion,
Edwina has time for one more.
Ouchies.
I spent all evening crafting something, an original.
Really?
Would you like to hear it?
I spent all evening trying to remember what my brother said.
Miss Edwina, I gave you the slip because you have perfect hips.
You said you want a child, and that made me mild. Drive me wild.
What is it truly to admire a woman?
Oh my God, he just took his...
To look at her and feel inspiration.
Oh man, he just took his words.
To delight in her beauty, so much that all your defenses crumble, that you would willingly take on any pain to honor.
Uh-oh. Honor. Honor.
Oh. my. Oh my.
Honor.
I cannot claim these words as my own. They're someone else's entirely.
Dude.
Oh, this is honorable.
Not a man of poetry. Words of flattery are beautiful and sweet, but they are also hollow.
Ooh.
Unless accompanied by action. Miss Edwina, I could stand here and pretend to be someone I am not. I could pretend to want the very same things as you, but I would be lying.
Damn.
I may not be able to offer the display of passion that you truly deserve, but I assure you that when it comes to action and duty, I shall never be found lacking.
Wow.
And I hope that is what will speak louder than any pretty words ever can.
Okay. Okay. Queen's gonna love this.
Are you gonna break that woman's heart? Oh, she's standing.
Did you hear that, Bon? Does that make him a bad man or an honest one? It is the mark of a true gentleman, just as Akbar used to say.
Honesty.
He was looking at you that made the feeling happen, though. This is an excellently crafted bit of tension. Oh, come on. Go to him.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Shit.
Verklempt. Whoa.
Everyone gasped.
You're causing a scene.
She shouldn't have said, watch out, bitch.
You should return to the party.
I shall be there in a moment.
Well, the Viscount certainly seems to have nettled you.
Nice word.
He is not for my sister. I shall make sure she sees of it too, one way or another.
When one is frustrated, it is often much wiser to focus upon satisfying one's own needs.
Damn.
It is often a trying and irritating endeavor that only brings out the worst in us before we discover it has been fruitless all along.
You're very good with your words.
I'm aware I've made a fool of myself tonight, Lady Danbury. I do not need to hear it from you. In fact, I do not need to hear it from anyone. I do not care what a single person here thinks of me.
A single person? Why are you going to cry?
Once Edwina is married, I shall return home alone, only too glad to never set foot in this city again.
There's so much pain behind your delivery.
To hear you say you wish to be alone at a mere 26.
Perhaps you should not.
She's 26.
I will be content knowing my sister is taken care of.
Content?
Are you so miserable, my lady?
I beg your pardon.
Uh-oh, tension. Square off.
You are more than content.
Because I have lived a life.
Yeah.
I have loved. I have lost. I have earned the right to do whatever I please, whenever I please, and however I please. You are not me. And if you continue down this road, you most certainly never will be.
Damn.
There are two things that lurk within the dark and shadowy places of our fair city. Vermin and secrets.
And me.
I shall leave it to you, dear reader, as to which do the most harm.
Secrets.
One has to wonder what secrets the season's diamond is holding near and dear to her heart, and who shall she choose to share them with?
I don't know, man.
At least the elder Sharma's opinion on such a matter is certainly no secret at all.
I was not going to tell you this because, well, I was embarrassed and I thought I was wrong, but I paid this printer shop a visit yesterday. Not only are these paper stocks identical, they are slightly misshapen in the exact same way. Surely it is not likely to be another coincidence.
It's the typeset.
If the same mistake is in Whistledown's next issue, then we will know that the print shop is indeed hers.
Yeah, okay. You got to start playing into the game. This is good, though, for the economy. You can spread your publications out across multiple publishers.
And you letter K for a Stanhope Press?
I'll be 10pence.
I'll give you 5.
5's a special rate for repeat customers.
I'd exasperate you coming back any more than once. Give me the discount to keep me away and we'll both be happier.
Wow, she embodies being her.
Oh,
hide!
Shit.
Hide!
What you doing?
Hide!
Penelope.
No.
These are the young ladies our Diamond has been conversing with of late?
Yes, Your Majesty. If our theory is correct, then Lady Whistledown will indeed be in this very collection.
Penelope's not in there. Penelope's too good.
When even the most well-kept of secrets
Shit.
Damn.
come to light.
I say we kill the queen.
We kill the queen. She knows too much. She's got to go.
And that's why Queen Charlotte the show exists.
Yeah, that's right.
As she's dying, she's reflecting on her entire life.
She's having her dying flashback, yeah. As her brain floods
She
with
had
chemicals.
it coming.
She had it coming. Oh.
All right. Well, we got another season to power through here.
We do.
And we don't have much time to talk today, and that's entirely my fault. John, how are you feeling about this? Are you liking it?
Yeah, it's got good tension, all right? I'm wrapped up in it. I'm like, I want, Anthony and Sharma got to end up together somehow, but Edwina, I've worried for her too. All this stuff is good.
We don't know if that's how it'll turn out.
I don't know if it's how it's going to turn out,
We don't know if that's how it'll turn out.
I feel like they got the zap for each other,
We don't know how it'll turn out.
We don't know how it's...
Romances and romantic stuff is not predictable, John.
It's not.
I mean...
Anthony's going to end up with Benedict.
What if that hooker comes back?
She's going to be back.
Was she a hooker or an opera singer?
She was an opera singer.
Variously described us.
She's just a bohemian. Same difference. Opera singer, prostitute, same idea. You're getting paid for your pipes.
Right. She was an opera. There's so much emphasis on her. I felt like there was one episode where she was like quartered around the gentleman's club to be like, prostituted out. Am I wrong about that? Wow. I consume too much stuff. Was that an episode? That was an episode, right?
They were at the gentleman's club, and he was like out with her.
And she was trying to hook up with Simon, but she wasn't prostituting.
I don't think she was prostituting.
No, I don't know what's wrong with my memory right now.
It's okay. This show is all about prostitutes. This is all taking place in a big brothel.
Anthony was hooking up with prostitutes in the first part. That's right.
Yeah. I forget
Not
that.
bad. I feel bad. I really like that girl too. I just totally
Sienna's
diminished
great.
her in one flawed memory.
No, she's a hooker, man.
I mean, yeah, like he's still in love with a hooker.
There's no hope for you, buddy. There's no hope for you. You just got to give up.
Still in love with that opera singer. I feel like he's still in love with that opera singer. That's the whole thing that I feel like no one's addressing unless they just... The part that I'm having a little bit of difficulty adjusting to, admittedly, is I was so hooked in, clearly, to all the storyline of part one. I remember it to a T.
Yes.
I was
Not overwhelmed in any way, shape, or form.
I was so hooked into it, and they left us on cliffhangers, like Simon and Daphne having a baby. And to my understanding, Simon's not coming back at all. And Simon was like the main guy in last season.
Yeah.
And Daphne's seems like she'll be a character. It's like when they started the new Scrubs show, a spinoff in the middle of just doing a new season. They're like, we'll have Zach Braff appear for a little bit, but he's not really going to be in this show.
Not really. Yeah, in fact, we got to the end of this. I was like, oh shit, that's Daphne showed up for like the first episode for like a couple minutes, and then she's not.
Yeah,
not
so
around.
we're probably not going to get much Daphne. So like a lot of the main focus is not the main focus, and it's a bit of it's in my mind, and there's so much a focus on Sharma that I'm like, okay, like the new Featherington guy is a natural progression to me.
Yeah.
Right. And then the Sharma, I feel like this might have been behooved us to take a little bit of a break.
I mean, it is a dizzying set of circumstances and and societal tete-a-tetes.
I don't want people to mistake that, though. I think there's a lot of really great stuff happening, but it was acclimation processing that I definitely had to do. Like there's some natural stuff that segues from season one, Penelope, Queen Charlotte, Danbury. There's like a lot of other things, but so much of the main focus of the new entanglements is coming down to Sharma that my brain was having a bit of a hard time, like readjusting, like, okay, there's no Simon Daphne. I don't know why my brain was just doing that because Simon and Daphne were like my favorite thing to watch last season, kind of. Penelope and Eloise, really. But Simon and Daphne were like the real main plot.
The heart.
Yeah, so to like to completely like get away from that.
To realize
is like returning to another season without your main characters to me, and I'm kind of programmed like that. So I'm having a bit of an adjustment process whilst still really enjoying the show.
Yeah, I mean, over the first two episodes, it definitely has had to sink in for me. You see Daphne up front, and then you're like, okay, so we're going to do like one of those things where we make a sequel, but one person couldn't return, so we write Smokey out and we get Omar Epps or Mike Epps instead, or something like that. And then
but they haven't like replaced the Simon with anybody. Like Anthony's relationship with Simon, like to have like no acknowledgement of Simon and Daphne. Like Daphne showed up to like be the acknowledgement, and then There's like not even a
They
mention.
say he's off screen somewhere, but like, it's literally like one line of dialogue. Yeah, it's taken me to the end of this episode to be like, okay, so what I am now expecting out of the format of Bridgerton is like we will see the same ensemble relatively kind of coming of age and then being married off, and then once they're married off they'll kind of disappear, I guess, and like it almost feels like an ensemble that will just like lose people over time and probably add, like we've seen here with the Sharmas, you know, like new characters to like supplement. It's like, it took me a minute to be like, okay, so we're not gonna cut to the Duke at all. Like I can imagine them not having to do much because it seems like in this world, once you figure it out, then you're just hanging out at home and you know, doing stuff and appearing like she does. So
they did establish that they moved away.
So
like it's not completely unnatural.
No.
But yeah, that's like the small thing because then we're introducing a very new. It's not like it's just picking up 100% where we left off and continuing on. Like we're doing new plot.
Well, and with
new
break,
characters, and with a break, it gives you time to adjust to that.
Yeah, and because this starts with like it's a new season, and we've all been out of town for a while, and you know, and so if we had been able to feel that, it would have, I think, registered a little more immediately. Of like, oh, okay, I guess I've spent some time away from Simon, and so he's across the country somewhere.
But it's good. I like the Sharma portrait. Like I think that other girl, what's her name? Kate? Is that the girl? Is that Sharma? There's Edwina.
She does have
Kate.
a first name, yes, and I believe it is Kate.
Yeah, I like Kate a lot. Yeah, you know, she's very self-empowering, strong, but flawed. You know, she's not the thing that people call Mary Sue. I think
she reminds me of. I'm not the best read on like Jane Austen or things like that, but she reminds me of one of those like feisty Jane Austen style characters who's very much like. You know, she's got that fire plug energy. She's like very much willing to like speak her mind and step to you and not be like she can be in high society, but very much like I'm not about this bullshit though. In a very like upfront way.
I also like. I'll say it. That's right. I'll say it. I like getting more ethnic diversity in here.
Yeah, it's nice.
I do like it. It does add to the world, especially now that I know it actually factors into the characters.
Yeah.
It's not just, put an ethnic person in here, which
it's
fine for some, but I personally like when it factors in as a thing.
I think they've made a nice middle ground because it's like it seems like for where we are in history, like way more integrated and you see way more of all kinds of people. And it seems like this season there's more of that, but also they do some level of acknowledging that like the different cultures that exist here deal with different oppressions.
Yeah.
There's that whole thing in season 1 where like the queen is in a super precarious position because she's our first woman of color queen and that could go wrong at any minute if the king's mind goes, which we haven't really checked back in with that set of stakes. But.
We also have Danbury and Simon. That was a big part of it with them being black. And then you have... well,
and even the Sharmas have some degree of that.
Exactly. So, and I mean, I do like the setup a lot for what Anthony's going through of that, and that progression makes a lot of sense from the heartbreak he was dealt last season.
Yeah.
That he would resort to this methodology.
You want love, but he's like, I can't.
Yeah.
He's so hurt. He needs to heal himself over Sienna so he can open himself up to Edwina and definitely not Kate because we don't know how it's going to go.
He's so beholden to expectation and royalty and societal standards that he has sacrificed so much of himself in the name of duty and just like get the job done.
Being the man of the house and like here's the list of things you do as the Viscount.
Yeah.
And I got to do them all.
And everything they're doing with Penelope, I'm enjoying kind of like it adds a different genre. It's a different like suspenseful sneaking around journalist drama.
It makes it it gives it like a spy thriller quality because you're like
it's a little campy.
She's got this secret identity she's got to hold. I think they are doing just enough of it because it's fun to watch Eloise be like no I got this, and then watching as Penelope, like it's a fun game to be like, okay, how do you muddy the tracks without making it obvious that you're trying to obfuscate things, and then watching her like go through the streets and put on her Irish accent, haggle with people.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and with the queen, like those stakes, it is like kind of over the top, but in a way that is, it's very fun. It's just enough. Very fun.
But I'm enjoying it so far, and I really like the charm. They have drawn an interesting triangular entanglement here with the sisters, and I like the nuance that they're bringing a lot with that. And Colin can go to hell, rot in hell, Colin.
Freaking Colin,
You're
man.
the worst, Colin. I hate you. I'll never forgive you, and I know you and Penelope will never get together.
No, man.
It's never going to happen. Dude, never.
I can't. Heartbreaking.
Not a chance in hell.
He's like, you don't count. You're not a woman. You're asexual.
He said, you're asexual, and you have a penis too. Just throwing that out there.
You're everything,
and I'm not into that.
Nothing to me. Yeah. You're just a brain in a jar.
Just a brain. Yeah.
You could have any amount of appendages, but for me, you're just a friend, and that's all you'll ever be. And I hate love because of you.
I gotta get out of here in 12 minutes.
All right.
Let's go with Care Bear.
Care Bear. Lords Greg and John.
South Asians are the UK's largest minority.
Is this your lady whistle down?
9% are double the black population's 4%.
Wow. Damn.
Carry on, John.
Previously, South Asians have been behind the camera of popular UK historical dramas, Ismail Merchant. But now Bridgerton shifts this group front and center. Question. How might Shonda's choice to change Kate and Edwina Sheffield in the source book to now Sharma affect this season?
Oh, so they weren't South Asian in the book.
Fascinating.
How might it?
I was going to say, this makes...
I don't know. How much do we hate South Asians at this time? What is the...
Well...
What's the barrier here? I don't know enough.
Well, and I also got to think... I got to think to world history, which I need to brush up on because I know that there's a lot of rich history of like British and South Asian colonialism, and
I don't know
especially
well.
India and India and the UK have had various entanglements over the course of history. So making that change feels very pointed, but in a way that I would probably need greater context. Like I feel like folks living in the UK and you know maybe South Asian folks could probably expound on this, but I think it's interesting, and it does add again to the interesting quality, the interesting way that culture and race plays into the show, because again they're not making it the point or like the first thing that's discussed, but it's definitely one of the things in the social tapestry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a dumb, uninformed American who barely knows American politics, honestly. So, like, I'm not one to really comment on this. I just know that as someone who definitely it does not identify as. I'm in that weird ground where I've been in so many circles in my life, especially growing up, where I am not a white person. I'm not considered white. And then I get around someone who is like browner than me. And I'm like, oh, you're white. You know, I'm like, yeah, I know, this is my problem. I never fit into a fucking box, do I? No. I'm not into it. I'm not in any category.
You're white as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. I gotta think like my personality is like a white guy.
Sure.
You know?
Sure, maybe it's that.
But I've never felt like a white guy, honestly. So
no, I wouldn't describe you as a white guy.
But however, that's why I do like when they do factor it in as an actual character thing. So I know we have, what's it called when you just like Hamilton, when you just like swap it out with an ethnic actor, but it's not a factor.
Like the colorblind casting, where you like don't acknowledge it and you just cast anybody right for the role.
I think that there's a lot of merit to that. I feel like when a show is willing to be more bold and factor that in without turning to the camera and making a monologue, I feel like that's more effective. That's why I liked how they did it in season 1. I thought it was really well. And I hope they can do something here too that also enlightens and expands my knowledge and brain, and then perhaps piques my interest to learn more.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's good for, like, if what you're saying here is true, and then there's been, like, a lot of South Asian talent behind camera, like, it's a good opportunity for greater visibility, greater integration moving forward. You know, I think the way this show does it is interesting because, again, it has elements of race commentary or you know, cultural intermingling commentary, but it's not at, like, the top of the rung of the things it's doing, so it's like you can have some of the joys and benefits of colorblind casting without it being 100% that, and I think not shutting yourself off in a context like this to having some level of commentary about that's a good thing. You should have some of that, I think. And I'm curious to see what it amounts to in that respect, if anything. But I think it's a cool choice.
Plus, it really helps that they're all very attractive.
They're beautiful. This show shows you that anybody can be amazingly attractive no matter where they come from.
We can always conquer racism on television as long as they are attractive.
Hot. You know what?
That's the golden rule.
Honestly,
it's like, I thought I was racist until I saw Priyanka Chopra.
Yes.
Now I'm no longer racist.
That's what we got to do. We just got to get a bunch of the headshots of the hottest people from every race. We got to get an ensemble movie and cast the hottest people from every race, and then we'll make the world a better place.
This is the selfish
make
side
this
of society.
lusty movie where just like everyone is irresistible. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Racism solved.
Hotness solves every race problem. You heard it here,
After the
folks.
invention of TV, I mean, they say we'll never, well, we're not going to get into that.
And there's no nuance to this, and this is all serious commentary.
Not my Kate and Edwina Sheffield.
I did feel if I was hotter, the white people would have loved me more growing up. Kimberly Nguyen.
People are nicer to hot people, is I think what you find. Kimberly.
If there's a it depends. They're nicer in person.
Yes.
Online.
No.
A lot of men come out of the corner and be like, you stupid bitch.
Yeah,
hate you.
Yeah.
You're stupid. Because you're hot.
That's
You're
what people,
stupid.
everybody in
depends.
person, people
in person,
I know
we
who
succumb
either,
and we get weak. Yeah.
people who lose a lot of weight or just go through some dramatic glow up we'll often note like, people treat you different and it's kind of messed up.
It is. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's why for those 3 months I had a six pack, I just had to keep my shirt off everywhere I went.
Yeah.
And then everyone was all on the dad bods now. I'm like, what the hell was all this work for?
Everyone was running to offer me stuff.
Try to get respect.
When I was shirtless, ripped bod.
Hi, Greg and John. So excited to react into season 2. Kimberly says it's a fan favorite.
Is it?
Anthony and Kate have both such a strong personality. In what ways do you think they will clash and or match? Well, they're almost exactly the same person.
In ways, yeah.
They met horse riding. He's like, I am so sorry, guys. Her name's not Violet.
Oh.
Who's their sister? Who's the Daphne?
Daphne.
He's like, Daphne, I got to find the right match for you. The right man. This is the perfect. I'm going to be the worst older sibling and the pursuit
about it.
Yeah, just like her. And they both are stubborn, and they both don't believe that they are kind of destined for some version of loneliness, that they just have a task to do, call it quits after that. They're very similar in so many ways. And with that usually comes bickering and clashing until they realize how similar they are. Then they start to like actually flirt. And I'm sure they'll have a scene where they're like actually understanding each other. He might even have a scene where he's like, I get it. I had the same thing with my sister, Daphne, from season 1. She was married with my best friend, Simon. He'll never meet.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He'll never come around. You might meet him off screen one day.
He's across the country, so he's dead now.
But you're never going to see He's hot too.
He's hot too. Yeah, I mean they're gonna come. You know what? I bet Edwina's well-being will be something that they match upon, and that'll help to create the bridge for him to be like, you know what, this is wrong.
Bridgerton.
Create the Bridgerton, and he'll be like, this is wrong. I need to not marry for the shit I'm trying to marry for, and then they'll realize that they love each other. But yeah, they're so similar. It's that thing of like, oh man, sometimes you meet someone so similar to you that you clash.
Yeah, it's like when I met my brother.
Yeah.
It's like we have the same blood.
Yeah.
We look kind of alike. We now have similar channels. God, I hate you.
Brothertons.
Brothertons. I have to see him in 10 minutes.
Oh.
Patricia Carrillo.
All right. Thank you, Patricia. We now begin the journey of the Viscount who had sworn off love. Also, how about that initial Colin and Penelope reunion look? A fun thing that this show does is that it uses the book title the season is based on as one of the episode titles, often because there is a core moment or theme that happens in the book. Season 1, it was episode 5 with The Duke and I. Season 2's book is The Viscount Who Loved Me. It's like James Bond. Would love to hear your prediction which episode might get this one. How many episodes we at? 8 episodes for a season? And it was episode 5 last season?
I'm going to go 6.
7.
Okay, I'm gonna go Queen Charlotte.
I'm gonna go
episode 2.
It's not aired yet. It's gonna be in season 5. He's the title of this book. It's got to be late. I don't know.
No, I would say I think things are moving faster. I would say 4.
Okay.
No, that's too soon. 6. I'm gonna go 6.
All right, I'm gonna stay with 7.
7 sounds more likely as a strong penultimate.
I'm like, should I go with 5 though?
I
Right
mean,
in the middle, because what if it's one of those things where they find out that love can exist here, but then they both freak?
What if he ends up actually falling in love with Edwina?
That would be even crazier.
Yeah, and then Kate hangs herself.
Yes, that's what the Viscount who caused me to hang myself is the name of the book.
That's episode 8.
That's episode 8.
Yeah.
The Ben Neck lady
final
shows
episode.
up. Yeah. We love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Viscount who's sworn off love, though. It's a good conceit. And that's the thing, is they're both denying themselves love. They are very similar, just for slightly different purposes. You know, slightly different hurts. But if they can learn to heal each other's different hurts, then we'll know the Viscount who loved me.
I don't know. It's got so much to unpack, John.
Yeah, we got to do more sword fighting.
Just like Jay Rushton's final question.
Woo!
I don't even think he watches these shows. I think he just he's like, ChatGPT, what can I ask?
What's the question?
What cat or dog would you want as a royal pet in the palace there?
Cat or dog?
What cat or dog?
Like a bobcat.
I don't know any specific breeds well enough to.
How about like greyhounds are very regal. Saint Bernard, maybe a Shih Tzu, an Australian husky.
Orange cat would be cool because orange cats are very extremely friendly.
Okay.
And they're easy to win over. Like when you're that
really.
Orange cats.
Orange cats are generally
known to be extremely friendly.
Garfield. Wow. Heathcliff. All the celebrity cats.
From Wuthering Heights?
From Wuthering Heights, yeah, Heathcliff. No, Heathcliff the cat. There's a comic strip about a cat called Heathcliff, and he's orange also, but he doesn't it's not anything like Garfield.
I would say, yeah, I guess an orange cat, because you want a cat. People always get fooled by a friendly cat. You know, like, oh my God, your cat loves me. Cats never love me. Yeah. You get the right cat who tends to like everyone. They don't realize a lot of times cats are just property claimers, so they rub up on you because they're like, oh, you're mine.
I own this. Yeah, I don't care about it. I just want it for my empire.
Yeah. So I'd say an orange cat.
All right, fine.
Or a tortoise.
An iguana.
That'd be so cool.
Parrots. Maybe a big, you already said a tortoise.
Or a flamingo.
I mean, because a tortoise will carry on your family lineage for 150
generations.
Years. Yeah. You can pass this tortoise down. Tortoise is the lord of the house. I'll just have some plants,
Yeah.
Just have some fish maybe as a royal fish.
They're good answers.
Yeah. Royal octopus.
Guys, what'd you think about our jokes today? Leave your thoughts down below. That definitely won't affect my confidence moving forward.
No.
We'll see you guys soon. Episode 3. Peace.